Hey everyone, it's Mistborn here, and today I'm just going to be doing a quick discussion of Sylphen and how viable he is, how good I think he is, what his strengths and what his weaknesses are. Now, Sylphen, I think he's the best dragon that's available so far, excluding Pathox, because you need him to get there anyway. I think he's fantastic. He has some weaknesses, he has some strengths, but let's run through him. First of all, he has a few spells. We'll get to where he's flying first, and then I'll show you what the spells do and how it works. So, 3 spells. From top to bottom, you've got Elemental Resist, which means he has a resistance against all elemental damage. That's all flax, all elemental towers, lightning, ice, fire, that sort of thing. He has a white Death Stare, 1 rage, which is a Death Gaze that's white, that has a cooldown. That's about it. He has red chains, ethereal chains, which are a lockdown. It's an AoE, think Fomar-esque sort of lockdown, but permanent. It's phenomenal. And he has a blue invulnerability spell, which is able to essentially, it blocks all damage, blocks rage drain, and it also leaves rage markers once it pops. It's short in duration, but it has no cooldown. So, let's see it in action. So, as you can see, Death Stare right now is taking out the red mage. This will enable them to essentially chain the first 3 towers, which will allow them to pop the shield. The Elemental Resist will mean it can tank some shots from the flax with very little damage, as you can see. So, right there, that's a fire flag and a dark flag, and it's only taken 1/3 of the health. And if anyone's gone up against any decently leveled dark flags, it's normally more than 1/3 of your health in one shot. Now that blue mage is gone, as you can see here, he's using the Mark of Twilight. All damage is going to be absorbed, and all the towers in front of him will have rage markers on, including that monument, which means you can sustain all that rage you've just used in essentially a few swipes. Well, don't swipe. It's lockdown. Don't be that person that follows with a sorcerer or uses a sorcerer to unsand everything. Don't do it. But there you go. See that? And there's the pop. And you can see right there, from here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 towers and a monument that have now got the mark on. You've got Death Stare going on the towers up ahead. So you can essentially Swiss cheese a base. Like that. That's gone. Sands going down. The flak and the ice tower are locked down. Marks, every tower on the island is now marked. Now, once you've locked everything down, you've kind of got 2 choices. You can either Swiss cheese the base by poking holes in it with Death Stare and sustaining yourself with Twilight Mark, or what you can do is you can take out, say, like the high priority targets, for example, the fire flak that will do damage when it dies or something like that. Or if there's any really scary ones you don't want to risk, you can Death Gaze them. But you could just fly through, mark a Twilight the entire lot, and now that becomes an entire island full of rage batteries for your follower. Which means that even if you blow all your rage on the next island, all they have to do is pick off towers one at a time to get the rage back. Both ways work. One's a bit more solo carry, one's a bit more supportive if you trust your follower or your follower's perhaps a bit stronger than you. Both work. You're probably better using Death Gaze to take out more towers, but it's something to consider. I'd especially consider leaving monuments up if you're using Sylphen and you know you're going to have a follower, because they're non-combatant towers that give your follower free rage. Why wouldn't you leave them? Now, what are his weaknesses? Now, the biggest weakness I can see to Sylphen is a single tower, and it is the ice flak. Sylphen is so spell reliant and has no way to dodge spells. If she is hit with an ice flak, so let's say for example one of these towers here was an ice flak, so you've got, it would mean that 1, you couldn't shield, which would hurt, and any damage on Sylphen sticks. There's no way to heal. If you take damage, you've got it. You want to avoid damage on this dragon. if that's an ice flak, 1, you can't death gaze anything. 2, you can't lock anything down. 3, you can't shield yourself. It also means you've got a chance to get rage drained, and I think once you get rage drained on this dragon, you're dead. If you can get through the first round of mage shots with your shield, you're going to be fine, but if you can't, you are dead. This dragon is a sorcerer at the end of the day, and without their spells, they are useless. So, if, let's say for example, this fire flak here, that was an ice flak. At this point, right here, so the first shot fires here, there you can see the first shot. At this point, you've managed to get your death gaze off. Fantastic. You're now silenced. You can't then throw this chains. Right there. Can't throw the chains, can't throw the chains, can't throw the chains. And it'd be about here that you could. And at this point, these towers are still up and running. Chances are you've been rage drained, chances are you've been dark flak stunned, and very possibly you won't have the rage to do anything here. And if you can't use your shield, you're dead. But all in all, outside of that one tower, the ice flak, which, let's be fair, very few places do have, unless you're super high level, he's a really good dragon. And he works as a follow as well, because you just stick rage marks and everything. You turn the things off that are left, and ideally there's no mages left, but if there is, you can deal with them. And you can death gaze it. You just take your time, you pick them off one at a time. He's a phenomenal dragon, and I highly recommend you to think about it. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Once I've got a bit of hands-on experience with Pathox, I will probably, do another video, but that could be a little while in the future. But all in all, it's been a fantastic season so far, outside of the price increase, which was a bit of a low blow. But hey-oh. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.